You've seen it online. Maybe a friend has mentioned it. Another miracle powder promising to solve the aches and pains of aging. And if you're wise, you're skeptical. You should be. The wellness industry is full of expensive promises. So, is this one different? Is there any real substance behind the claims, or is it just clever marketing? We decided to find out. We've spent the last month digging through the clinical trials, speaking with nutritionists, and separating fact from fiction. For the next hour, you're getting the unvarnished truth. This journey is about more than a single supplement. It's about reclaiming control in a world that bombards us with confusing health advice. One headline promises a revolution in a scoop, while the next dismisses it as a useless fad. Navigating this landscape can feel overwhelming. Our mission today is to be your clear, trusted guide. This is for everyone who cherishes their independence, who plans to keep saying yes to life, and who understands that real wisdom is built on evidence, not hype. It's for the person who would rather invest an hour in understanding the truth than waste a single dollar on a false promise. We believe true vitality comes from a series of small, informed choices. If you believe that too, and want to be the first to see our next deep dive investigation, take a moment now to subscribe and press the notification bell. It ensures you never miss the evidence-based wisdom that could shape your health for years to come. Let's begin by pulling back the curtain. What exactly is this mysterious powder people are stirring into their morning coffee? The substance at the heart of our investigation is collagen. The name itself offers a clue, coming from the ancient Greek word kolla, which means glue. That's a surprisingly perfect description. Collagen is the most plentiful protein in your body, acting as the primary structural material that literally holds you together. Imagine it as the steel framework inside a skyscraper, providing strength and shape. It's the flexible rebar within the concrete of your bones. It's the network of strong, elastic fibers in your skin. It is the smooth, rubbery cushion in your cartilage that lets your joints move without protest. It is the essential glue of life. Our bodies are masters of producing collagen when we are young. This internal factory runs at peak capacity, which is why a child's skin is so resilient and their joints seem almost indestructible. But as we journey past our 20s and 30s, a quiet shift begins. Our natural production of collagen starts to slow down. This isn't a sudden event, but a gradual, year-by-year decline. Lifestyle choices like sun exposure or diet can speed it up, but the downward trend is a universal part of aging. What does this internal slowdown look like on the outside? It's linked to many of the classic signs we associate with getting older: skin losing its firmness, joints feeling less lubricated, and bones becoming less dense. But if our bodies are so good at making it, why does this natural superpower seem to fade away? The answer is a biological clock we all share. This leads us to the central question of our entire investigation. If our internal supply of this vital protein is dwindling, can we effectively replenish it from the outside? Can consuming collagen in a powder form give our bodies the raw materials needed to support its own structures? That is the billion-dollar claim we are here to examine. The powder on the shelves is known as collagen peptides or hydrolyzed collagen. This simply means the long, complex protein chains have been broken down by water into much smaller, more manageable pieces. The theory is that these smaller peptides are easily absorbed into our bloodstream, where our body can then use them as building blocks. But a compelling theory is not the same as proof. Does this elegant idea actually translate into measurable benefits? To find out, we have to leave the theory behind and step into the world of hard evidence. Our first stop is a feeling millions know all too well: the morning stiffness in our joints. Whether it's a knee that complains on the stairs or a back that needs a moment to straighten up, joint comfort is fundamental to our quality of life. The promise of smoother movement is a powerful lure. Our joints, like the hip or knee, are marvels of natural design. At the end of each bone is a cap of smooth, resilient tissue called articular cartilage. This tissue is your body's shock absorber, allowing bones to glide past one another almost friction-free. A major component of this crucial cartilage is a specific type of collagen. As our internal collagen production declines, this protective layer can thin out and degrade, leading to the friction and discomfort many people experience. The obvious question follows: can taking a collagen supplement really help? Over the last 2 decades, researchers have been intensely focused on this question. Many studies have used what is called the gold standard of clinical research, the randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled trial. This means one group of volunteers receives the real collagen while another group receives an identical-looking fake powder, or placebo. Critically, neither the participants nor the scientists know who got what until the study concludes, removing any bias. Several of these high-quality studies focused on athletes, a group that places extreme stress on their joints. The results were fascinating. Multiple studies found that athletes taking collagen peptides for several months reported a significant reduction in their joint discomfort both during activity and at rest, compared to the placebo group. But does what works for a 25-year-old athlete have any relevance for someone over 60? The answer, it seems, is yes. Researchers have expanded their focus to older adults experiencing typical age-related joint changes, and the results show a similar pattern. In numerous trials, older participants taking a daily collagen supplement reported meaningful improvements in their comfort and mobility. They noted that everyday activities like walking, climbing stairs, or simply getting out of a chair became easier and less uncomfortable. But what does this actually mean for you? It's crucial to understand that these studies are not suggesting collagen regrows entire sections of cartilage. That would be a miracle. Instead, the evidence points to a powerful supportive role. The peptides appear to provide the body with the specific amino acids, the precise building blocks needed to maintain the health of existing cartilage. Some research also suggests it may help calm the inflammatory responses that contribute to joint discomfort. So, when we look at the body of evidence for joint health, what is the conclusion? The claim that collagen supports joint comfort is well supported by science. It is not an overnight cure. It won't reverse decades of wear. But the data from quality studies indicate that for many individuals, consistent daily use over at least 3 to 6 months may lead to noticeable improvements. This isn't a quick fix, but a long-term strategy. The wise takeaway is to set realistic expectations. Think of this powder as one component of a larger plan, one that includes gentle exercise to strengthen supporting muscles and a balanced diet to manage inflammation. It's a tool, not a magic wand. The evidence suggests it can be a very effective one. From the joints we feel every day, let's now turn our attention to a part of our body that is silent, but whose health is paramount: our bones. Strong bones are the invisible foundation of an active and independent life. They allow us to walk confidently, to lift our grandchildren, and to recover from an accidental stumble. As we age, however, our bones can lose density, becoming more porous and fragile. This process often has no symptoms until a minor fall results in a major fracture, an event that can dramatically alter one's life. So, could something as simple as a powder in our coffee help protect this vital framework? Many are surprised to learn that bone is not just a hard block of calcium. It's a living, dynamic tissue. About 1/3 of its structure is a flexible protein matrix of collagen, which forms a kind of honeycomb that minerals like calcium and phosphorus then fill in. This collagen gives bones their resilience, their ability to bend slightly under stress instead of snapping. Without it, our bones would be as brittle as a piece of chalk. This vital role of collagen in bone structure prompted researchers to ask a critical question: can supplementing with collagen peptides help support bone density as it naturally declines with age? This is a newer field of study compared to joint health, but the early findings are turning heads. One landmark study, published in the peer-reviewed journal Nutrients, focused on postmenopausal women, a group at particularly high risk for bone density loss. This was a rigorous, year-long, double-blind, placebo-controlled trial. One group of women took a specific collagen peptide daily, while the other took a placebo. The results were remarkable. The women taking the collagen supplement showed a significant increase in their bone mineral density, measured in both the spine and the hip. During the same year, the placebo group continued to lose bone density, as would be expected. How could this be happening? Researchers theorize there are two things going on. First, by providing the body with the exact building blocks of the bone matrix, the supplement may simply support the body's ability to maintain that structure. But a second, more exciting theory is also emerging. Some evidence suggests that these peptides do more than just provide raw materials. They may actually act as signaling molecules. They might stimulate the very cells responsible for building new bone, called osteoblasts, encouraging them to become more active. But is it simply providing spare parts, or is something more complex happening deep inside our bones? More research is needed to pinpoint the exact mechanism, but the existing evidence is strong and points toward a genuine benefit. So, as we weigh the claim that collagen supports bone health, what is our finding? The evidence is highly promising, suggesting a real potential benefit for those concerned about maintaining bone density. Let's be perfectly clear. This does not replace the cornerstones of bone health. Getting enough calcium and vitamin D is absolutely essential. Engaging in weight-bearing exercise like walking, dancing, or lifting light weights is non-negotiable for telling your body to build stronger bones. But the research suggests that adding collagen peptides to this routine could provide a significant additional layer of support. It could be a valuable ally in the lifelong project of keeping your skeleton strong and resilient. The takeaway is to see this not as a replacement, but as a potential enhancer of your current bone health strategy. Our investigation now moves to the body's largest organ, the one that faces the world every single day, our skin. The marketing around collagen is often fixated on appearance, promising to erase wrinkles and restore a youthful glow. But we are here to separate the marketing from the science. So let's ask a much wiser question. Can collagen support the fundamental health and resilience of our skin as we get older? Our skin is our primary shield. It protects us from the environment, regulates our body temperature, and is crucial for wound healing. Healthy skin is strong, hydrated, and elastic. The vast majority of our skin structure is, you guessed it, collagen. It's the protein that provides the skin's firmness and scaffolding. As we know, our internal collagen factory slows with age. This, combined with a lifetime of sun and environmental exposure, causes skin to become thinner, drier, and less elastic. So, if creams work on the outside, can a powder truly work from the inside? A large and growing body of scientific literature suggests that it can. Numerous high-quality clinical trials have examined this very question. In fact, large-scale reviews of these studies, known as meta-analyses, have concluded that the evidence is solid. These studies, typically running for 8 to 12 weeks, have found that participants taking collagen peptides showed significant improvements in key markers of skin health compared to those taking a placebo. What were these measurable improvements? The two most consistently reported benefits are enhanced skin hydration and improved skin elasticity. The participant's skin was demonstrably better at holding on to moisture, feeling less dry and tight. Elasticity, which is the skin's ability to snap back after being stretched, also showed significant improvement. Some studies even reported a reduction in skin roughness. The proposed mechanism is quite elegant. By ingesting these easily absorbed peptides, you are essentially delivering the raw materials directly to the skin's fibroblast cells. These are the tiny factories within your skin that build not only collagen, but other important structural components like elastin and hyaluronic acid. You are nourishing your skin's deep structural layers from within, a fundamentally different approach than topical creams that work on the surface. So, what's our verdict on the skin health claims? The evidence that collagen supplementation can support the skin's core functions is surprisingly robust. While it is certainly not a fountain of youth in a jar, the science clearly indicates it can help improve the skin's fundamental properties of hydration and elasticity. This leads to skin that is not only healthier and more resilient, but may also appear smoother as a result. This is a perfect example of how health and appearance are deeply intertwined. The wise takeaway is to reframe the goal from anti-aging to pro-health. Supporting your skin's health from the inside is a smart, long-term strategy for maintaining its function as your body's protective shield. By this point, the evidence may have you considering this supplement. But this is where theory meets reality. A quick search online or a walk down a store aisle reveals a bewildering array of choices. Dozens of brands, all with different sources, types, and claims. How do you choose a good one? This part of our investigation is about becoming a savvy consumer. Your first mission when reading any label is to find two key words: hydrolyzed collagen or collagen peptides. These terms mean the same thing. They tell you the large collagen protein has been pre-digested or broken down into small, easily absorbable pieces. If a product doesn't state that it's hydrolyzed, your body will struggle to absorb and use it effectively. This is a non-negotiable feature. Next, consider the source. Most collagen comes from cows, bovine, fish, marine, or chicken. For general support of skin, bones, and joints, bovine and marine sources are excellent choices, as they are rich in the types of collagen most abundant in those tissues. Marine collagen has slightly smaller peptide particles, which some believe enhances absorption even further. The choice between them often comes down to personal dietary preferences. But what about the fancy labels that promise grass-fed or wild-caught? Are these just marketing buzzwords, or do they actually matter? While these terms suggest a higher quality of life for the animal source, the most critical factor for the end product's effectiveness is still the hydrolysis process. A more important detail to look for is what's not in the product. Always opt for an unflavored, unsweetened powder. This gives you complete control. You can add it to virtually any liquid, hot or cold, without altering the taste. Flavored versions almost always contain added sugars, artificial sweeteners, or other fillers you don't need. A clean, simple ingredient list, ideally just collagen peptides, is the hallmark of a quality product. Finally, for an extra layer of confidence, look for a sign of third-party testing. Reputable companies will voluntarily send their products to an independent lab to verify their purity and potency. Look for seals from organizations like NSF International or USP on the label. This certification tells you the company is committed to quality control and transparency. Following these steps, hydrolyzed, unflavored, third-party tested, allows you to confidently choose a product that is worth your investment. Of course, even with strong science and a quality product, practical questions remain. You might be wondering, is it safe for long-term use? For the vast majority of people, collagen supplements are considered very safe. The most common complaints are minor digestive issues, like a feeling of fullness or bloating, which often resolve on their own. Since collagen is an animal-derived protein, those with known allergies to fish, shellfish, or beef should carefully choose a source that is safe for them. As with any new supplement, the wisest first step is a conversation with your doctor, who understands your unique health profile. Another common question comes from those who follow a vegetarian or vegan lifestyle. Are there any options available? This is an important distinction to understand. As collagen is an animal protein, a true vegan collagen does not exist. However, you will find products marketed as vegan collagen builders. These supplements do not contain collagen itself. Instead, they provide a blend of plant-based nutrients like vitamin C, zinc, and specific amino acids that are known to be essential for your body's own collagen production. The goal is to give your body the tools it needs to optimize its internal factory. While this is a logical approach, it's important to recognize that these products have not been studied with the same scientific rigor as animal-derived collagen peptides. And perhaps the most pressing question, how long until I notice a difference? In a world that prizes speed, this is where patience becomes a virtue. The biological processes we're supporting, rebuilding and reinforcing tissues like cartilage and bone, are slow and methodical. You are not patching a pothole, you are strengthening the entire road. Most clinical trials showing positive effects lasted for a minimum of 3 months, with some studies on bone density extending for a full year. You should not expect to feel a dramatic change in a week. Consistency is everything. Think of it like planting a tree. You don't see the growth right after you water it, but steady care over months and years results in a strong, thriving tree. The same principle applies here. So, after this comprehensive investigation, we arrive back at our original question. Is this ubiquitous coffee powder a scam, or is it backed by science? The verdict is nuanced but clear. It is not a scam, but it is also not a miracle. The truth, as it often does, resides in the middle ground. The overwhelming weight of scientific evidence indicates that collagen peptides can be a genuinely useful tool for supporting the health and integrity of our bodies as we age. The claims are not mere marketing fluff. They are rooted in a large and growing body of credible, peer-reviewed research. We've seen solid evidence for its role in supporting joint comfort. We've uncovered compelling findings suggesting it can be a valuable partner in maintaining bone density. And we've seen that it can support the very foundation of our skin's health. However, the not a miracle part of that verdict is equally vital. This powder will not reverse the clock. It will not eliminate every ache. It is a supplement, and its purpose is to supplement a healthy lifestyle, not to replace it. The timeless wisdom of a balanced diet, regular, joyful movement, and restorative sleep remains the unshakable foundation of lifelong well-being. This powder is an addition to that strong foundation, not a shortcut. When viewed through the proper lens, it is a proactive, evidence-based choice, a small, consistent action that may yield significant benefits over the long run. It embodies the very mission of this channel, to use modern science to make wise choices that empower us to live fuller, healthier lives. We began this journey to cut through the confusion and bring you clarity. We hope this investigation has armed you with the confidence to make a decision that feels right for you. You now understand what this powder is, the science behind it, and how to choose a quality product. You are prepared to have an informed conversation with your doctor and to approach this supplement with sound, realistic expectations. This is the power of knowledge. If this investigation has brought you value and clarity, the most direct way to support our work is to like this video, subscribe to Primetime Wisdom, and press the notification bell. That simple click ensures you join our community and never miss a deep dive into the topics that matter for living wisely. Your morning ritual is more than just a habit. Make it a wise one.